Well, alrighty, folks. Welcome back to another session of our Out of the Abyss. I am your dungeon master, dungeon mister, and joined by our wonderful players. If you guys want to say hello, you can.
Hello.
Hola.
Hello.
And we are down a player and a half at the moment, but hopefully one of them will show up later. We'll find out. So stay tuned to see if the whole gang arrives. But, well, before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about what happened last time so we can get into what's going to happen this time. This last time, we started off with you fending off the Darrow in their own homes, or what rather, slums. It wasn't too much trouble, but during the battle, you did notice a mumbling Droki, the Darrow who you were after, as he raced through the scene with speed faster than your own dusk. Apparently late for something, and afterwards you all left the dead Darrow where they lay and tried to follow his tracks through the chasm here, past crowds, and made it to where the track stopped, at a stone with an odd swirl on it. As an odd Dwergar was inspecting said stone, he introduced himself eventually as Gremnir, and he did have a little bit of an odd way about him. Particularly at first when it came to Rincewind. He seemed to not. He knew not of the stone, although it was kind of eventually discerned that it was just kind of like an illusory symbol lightly glowing over it. This Gremnir character said he knew Droki and that he saw him moments before but was distracted by the rock. Thinking the stone might be a doorway or something, you guys thought about breaking it or looking for ways to open it. Dusk eventually noticed from above it, as he backed away, that there was a cave right above this rock about 20 feet up, hidden in the darkness. This Gremnir fellow said he would help you with this Droki problem for unknown reasons, and you all headed into the cave above. You guys started your way up this cave and expanded immensely as you could see Farazes infused swirling lights throughout it. Coming to a crossroads of caves, you took a turn towards one that looked to have a variety of mushrooms within. It also had a Droki within it at the far end as he was continuing to mumble something as you saw him shove something in his mouth as he rapidly shrunk down and he disappeared through a small crack in the wall. You guys followed suit. Seeing he ate some mushrooms, you gathered a few which seemed to have these properties that made you big or small, and you ate the shrinking ones and continued your pursuit. And, well, taking another few turns, you came to a massive growth of so many mushroom varieties clustered together. Wading through, as you were small at the time, came to a fork in the space. Taking a moment to discuss your turn, you were set upon by swarms of centipedes and spiders. Chaos quickly ensued, as you didn't want to use magic for fear of the Farazes, and you were all smaller than normal. Cosmos taking the brunt of these bugs, and a few mushrooms within grazed by attacks, causing certain spores to release. You all were killed by the, or you all were killed. Ha! You guys killed all of the swarms. That would have been bad if they killed you all. But as the final swarm was killed, you guys made sure that Cosmos was awake. And as this happened, a swirl of magic started to enclose around Gremnir, seemingly popping him out of existence. And for a brief moment, you can see Weller kind of get siphoned into it. And with that quick pop, his necklace that had an odd gemstone on it is all that remains. What are you guys up to? Well, besides Casmus being passed out.
I mean, probably a good thing he's passed out because
I mean,
He's
And
also
he's
where
also
big,
bigger.
and you guys are all
where
small. Yeah.
where were they standing? If you don't mind me asking.
Just like maybe 5, 10 feet away. Yeah. There's like a puddle of murky water that they fell on top of, that the gem kind of actually floats on top of.
Okay. Can let's see. I guess if I'm sorry about the mumbling.
You're good.
I gotta get my um.
What is that? Can I, if when we say he's knocked out, he's Casmus needs to be resuscitated.
He's at 0 hit points.
Okay, I'll go over to his much larger head and mouth than me, and I'm going to shove one of my good mushrooms in there to get him back up.
All right. It's Casmus. You have 1 hit point.
Can I use an action to detect portal? See if I can figure out where they went.
What does this look like as you try to look for a portal?
Well, I mean, I just saw them pop out of existence. Maybe I don't know. How did it look when they disappeared?
Like they just this big swirl happened and everything went kind of bright, multicolored for a moment. And when the light faded, you can see the necklace kind of in the air as it fell down, a little ploop into the puddle.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna reach out and just try to like, I don't know, look like a quack as I reach out my hand and try to detect the presence of something that may have sucked them in or where it may have gone.
Give me a survival check. As you're kind of trying to focus in, the Fairzus all around you kind of, yeah, mixing and matching with a nat 20 for a total of a 30 on your survival check. You would notice a strange and powerful, but not quite, portal far to the northeast, north by northeast. But it is. Does it tell you how far? Do you know how far it is?
I don't think
Distance
so.
and direction. It's about 1,000 feet, give or take. However, you kind of sense some semi-planar magic going on about 200 feet away from you to the southwest.
Okay.
It's not quite a portal, but it's not a portal. It's something weird that you don't quite understand, but it's something almost acting as a portal. Almost.
Okay. Um, so I guess I'll nothing from the necklace though, really.
No.
Okay. Um, so I'll kind of snap out of the trance that I was in, um, and look up at dusk and say, I don't know where they went. What happened? There's some sort of planar activity going on to our south. They may have gone there, and there may be a portal uh, a little bit to the north, tracking away from this tunnel. Um, they could have gone there too. I don't know what just happened.
Dusk will reach down and pick up the necklace. And look at it for a second. And then he'll hand it to Rinswind.
Rinceblend will hold it out in front of him for a little bit, and then kind of like, um,
It has an odd feeling to it as you touch it, Rincewind. It's not unlike the stone you got from within the stone giant you saw so long ago, when you first truly felt the presence of Zerthamon.
my hands will kind of tremble as I put it away into a pouch on the side of my back, and say, we gotta find him, and just kind of look a little wary. Doesn't know which way he should go here. North, south, doesn't know.
You guys came from the northwest.
Yeah.
Turvey will say, "Are we still after the Droki fella? I don't know what's going on with the portal stuff, but we took Wella with him."
Yeah, do we try and wait for him to come back, or do we need to go find him now? What should we go do?
And you said the closest activity is to the southwest?
Mm-hmm.
To the south.
Let's
It's
see, yeah,
just-
southwest, yeah.
Yeah.
It's more westerly, but it is south.
I'll point off towards the direction that I felt it.
Well, we do need to get into a safer place to recover. And he'll glance over at our sleeping giant.
Oh, you see, he's back awake, but he's still laying on the ground, not wanting to disturb the mushrooms too much.
It does look like perhaps the mushrooms clear up some.
And I would say you can kind of tell this intersection is just a breeding ground for all of these mushrooms.
So perhaps we should carefully make for this area right here and try to recover and then go discover what you sense.
Yeah, I think that's our best plan. Let's.
I think we're gonna
Um,
probably wind up losing Droki's trail. We'll just have to try and pick him up again later.
Yeah, I mean, he's around. We know he's in this area, or has been around. But I mean, I don't know. We can. I don't know what's more important here.
Certainly we
Do
can't
we
go
have-
for too long without Weller's bubbling personality.
Yeah.
If we're gonna wait and take a rest, we're probably better off just doing it right here. We've already taken care of any little baddies around, and here we have some cover. We keep moving down, we don't know what we're gonna run across.
Well, I mean, the thing is Droki is moving so fast. I don't know what.
We might have lost them already.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what we would be able to do if we aren't sneaking up on him. And it's not like we aren't making a lot of noise right now. I think he'll be back, but I can't imagine that that we aren't way in his dust right now.
That all
let's make sure
depends on his
Cad's-
purpose for coming down here as well.
It's yeah. But I can't imagine he's gonna stick around if he knows that we're down here too. Maybe, but let's make sure Casmus is okay and
Oh. A little rest on
and
it should be fine.
pivot probably.
So you guys sticking around here for an hour? Or are you heading elsewhere to stick around somewhere for an hour? Or
I
are
think
you...
we said could just get out of the just getting out of the mushrooms.
Let's see here. Um,
Shall I scout ahead?
yeah.
He's a small kitty cat right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all kind of.
I can get something to help us. I can get something else to scout ahead for us. I guess that's
Go on. Do we have anything that's gonna make us bigger?
You each have one more dose of the shrinking mushroom, and you have 2 doses of the bigwigs. Everyone does. And I think Fungi has an additional dose of the shrinky boys.
Yeah.
Gatsmus used one of to get back big to get
Right.
back to normal size. He's got only one of each.
Okay.
What are you
Yeah.
guys doing?
Then if we're gonna move, let's move. Dust, did you say you wanted to scout ahead?
I can move ahead.
Is he sneaking?
Yeah, Dusk will sneak. He's making towards this area.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Let's see how the rolls will be this week.
Oh, we already got a nat 20.
Not
Hey,
bad.
19.
Not too bad.
Sneaking on through the mushrooms with ease. The mushrooms don't you're small. You can travel through them very easy as long as you're small. But heading southward, southeastward, southwestward directions. Hard to tell when you're in a tunnel. But heading in that direction, you can see that the up ahead, swirling with magics, tunnel opens up into a natural cave where within you see several fungal creatures dancing into a silent tune. 3 of them seem to stand about 5 feet tall, while the others are half as tall. One of the smaller ones stands apart from the rest, its movements not nearly as frantic. And hunched nearby, not too far away from you as you sneak up, are 2 larger creatures that resemble apes, covered with similar mushroom growth and yellow mold. And they just seem to be standing there, while
Neat.
the rest of these, there's a few that are adults like that.
Okay. I will sneak back. And when I return to the group, so there are several, and he'll sort of side look at Fungi, mushroom creatures in the cavern ahead. They seem to be dancing or performing some sort of ritual. There are also 2 larger ape-like creatures.
Which you would recognize as the Quagoths that you had seen at the... Actually,
Okay.
you wouldn't, because you weren't there.
Well, ape-like creatures.
Yeah.
I didn't engage them. I don't know if we can afford to right now. But you said you sensed Laner, you called it, activity down there. Perhaps they are causing it.
It's possible. Did these ape-like creatures, were they big, white, shaggy, mean-looking?
They're more yellow.
More yellow. Oh,
Well, I'm just
Okay.
I'm just saying for Dusk's knowledge.
okay. Were there any drow? Did you notice any drow in that neck of the woods? They
Did not notice any.
I would
And
allow Fungi to give me a nature check. I would let Rince win, but the DC will be higher for him. But Fungi, you've heard of these creatures. You haven't seen any yourself. You've just kind of been living amongst the mushrooms. But these are mushroom people known as myconids. Some of the other mushrooms that you've spoken to in the past have told you about this. They're often very peaceful for the most part, but they can be defensive. At least that's what you've heard from other mushrooms that you've spoken to in the past.
Would Stool know about them, or you familiar with
Yeah,
them?
Stool would speak up, like, oh, maybe they know the way home. I just want to go home. Did they look like me? As I would say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 do kind of resemble Stool, except for that they're a little more colorful. Stool has this like bleach white. And the one that you saw off to the side looked a little grayer. That wasn't dancing with the rest.
I suppose they do look like you, Stool. Except different colors.
Oh. Well, yeah, maybe they know the way home.
Well, if they're all nice, like our good friend here, maybe we should go say hello.
They should be. I've never known one who wasn't.
I don't know. There's a there's a teaching that some of our elders teach that say ifs and buts are candy and nuts. If they're peaceful. I don't know, Stool. I mean, it seems like everything that we come across here wants to kill us, some way, shape, or form.
I don't want to kill you.
I mean, well, you're inclusive in the we, but
Well, I'm from here. Somewhere.
what do you think, Dust? Did you get a weird vibe from these guys?
Not really. But they also didn't know I was present.
All right. How do we want to go? In unannounced, or
We want to just hang out here again for a little while, rest up before we say hi if we're nervous.
You guys.
Perhaps we should let Casmus recover some.
yeah?
You didn't see any like weapons or anything like that.
You know what? I'm going to go over to Casimus and pat him on the shoulder, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. Just to get him up a little bit.
Just a little tap.
Yeah. Let's see. Do I have that on? Yeah. And we're gonna upcast it to 2. Man.
You get 10
Uh,
points
per-
of healing, Casmus, but Rincewind, roll me a d20.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Awesome
Spell
sauce.
goes off. Nothing to note here, folks.
Great. All right.
You do notice a swirl on the wall appears as you cast it. Swirl of light that is just permanently there.
And then if we're gonna hang out, that'll help you out a little bit. Either way. So what's the play?
If
Can't
they're
fight.
not, if they're not like aggressive, we probably should just go and talk to them.
See, we have no background music to go off of. So there's no ominous undertones.
Yeah, they're dancing to no music.
Right. I'm gonna leave it to the wounded guy. You're the worst off. You can decide if you want to stay or if we should go.
Let's just get to them. I can probably stay way back if anything goes really, really wrong. But did you notice if they were normal size or you guys size? That I might have to shrink back.
There were 3 that were 5 feet tall, and then there were 5 that were small.
Oh. Perhaps they will react less, potentially less hostile towards fungi.
To go say hi.
Just remember, they aren't friends yet.
And it's just a friend you haven't made yet.
And Casmus, I would be very cautious moving through these mushrooms at your current size.
I'm gonna crawl through them if I can. I'm not gonna walk through. Can I stand up?
You certainly can. Give me an acrobatics check.
Alex.
Yeah, you can squeeze through. Let's say as you all start to head southwest, you would all see the same thing, this natural cavern. Not too much fungus aside from the wall opposite of the cavern. And a little kind of mound in the center of just this odd growth that they're kind of dancing around.
Oh, so do we want to get big before we go say hello? At least when I say big, I mean back to regular size.
Fungi's a 1.5 foot tall right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's perhaps a good idea. But as we are leaving the mushrooms,
Yeah. Not once
Not
we
while in
clear
them.
All right.
pass through there. That's when I'll start eating the big wig.
As you start eating the bigwig, it slowly kind of bamfs up, and it does burn a little bit, but it's fine. You all get regular size. Turvey will stay tiny. He doesn't mind it. We'll stay in the back. No offense, fungi. These myconids kind of weird me out. I haven't had any bad dealings. They're just kind of weird.
Before I go up and say hi, I'm just cast guidance on myself proactively.
Okay. It only lasts a minute.
Yeah, let's see what I can do in a minute.
But I got you. You guys just going up and saying hey or what?
Pretty much. So Fungi's gonna start walking up to the circle. Hi, friends.
At first, they don't even seem to notice you. And then eventually, they all kind of stop in unison. Except for the one that's often off by his own. He's still kind of doing his own little dance slowly. The erratic movements of the others stop. And you can see the ape-like creatures in the corner kind of look in your direction. You can see all of these myconids in unison just release these multicolored spores around them, illuminating the area very faintly. And as this voice enters all of your heads, you can see almost the illumination of these spores light up along with them. Can we help you?
I was just passing through and sorry to come across your dance, but it looked really neat. Just want to say hi and ask if you see anybody else pass through here.
No, we have not. We are
Oh,
on our way elsewhere, though.
where are you off to?
We aren't sure yet. We only merely just arrived here through the lady's dream. And as he's starting to speak, on your heads, like there's this. It's an odd experience compared to the rapport spores you've had with stool. And it's almost lightly intoxicating. Yes, we have only just arrived here, and we don't intend to stay.
Oh, guess that's neat. So, you're coming through this way? We just came through there. Some bugs, just be
No,
careful for bugs. No?
we are leaving another way, from the lady's gift. She's this
You gotta
powerful
leave.
being that loves and guides all of us myconids. I could share the gift with you. You seem to have a certain nature about you.
What is it exactly? I don't know any ladies.
It is a gift from her. It allows you to travel through the lady's dream as we do.
Can my friends come?
Of course.
Can I get an insight to see if I start to think this is...
Give me an insight check.
Is my guidance still good?
Sure. Not that you really need it.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone a little bit more.
Well, I mean, your guidance would get used on the first roll, but
Well,
he doesn't intend harm. You would see Stool, well, the rest of you, as Stool kind of pokes up from the backpack. If you can imagine it, a mushroom with a confused look on his face. But he remains silent.
Yeah, I'm kind of side-eyeing Stool as soon as he starts talking about this lady. Does it look like Stool recognizes
Give me an
or
insight
has?
check into this confused look of Stool.
Oh boy, here, left-handed insight check.
I'll say it's a very low DC to discern Stool's mood.
Real hard to sleep type of guy.
With an 18, he has no idea what this person's talking about. I am known as Vuspar. Vuspar, I apologize. I speak for the others here. He does give like kind of a side-eye glance towards the one in the corner that's still dancing slowly.
Well, sorry. I'm sorry. Did you say you know where it is exactly you're going? 'Cause I think my friends and they all have they're all trying to get to somewhere, you know, just up of here.
No, I do not know where we go, except for where the lady guides us to protect us and love us.
Okay. Well, I don't want to just hitchhike.
Oh,
We got somewhere we
this
gotta
gift
be.
would come freely. You mustn't, well, you needn't use it now. You can use it at a time of your choosing. When you need the lady the most, she will be there to guide you with a steady hand.
Um, So, so, so that so she's just gonna let me get a ride somewhere one time when I need it.
And you feel this as these rapport spores kind of drift towards you. They kind of glow this warm feeling.
I don't know
Anytime
about
you
that.
desire, not just once. Once, twice, 3 times the lady.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
It seems like these guys have been chewing on their own caps, if you know what I'm saying.
So even fun guys here is a little weirded out by some of this. I mean, looking back at the other guys, like, I I think we should just kind of keep on walking, fellas.
That is your path to take. Not everyone accepts the lady, and she accepts this. And I will say you can see another exit to the southwest of this cavern as well. You needn't fear her, though. You needn't fear us. Unless you act aggressively, you are in safe company.
Cass, where did y'all come from?
As I said, we traveled upon the lady's dream.
No, yeah, that's where you got through here. Where'd you start at?
It has been a long and strange journey. I am unsure one such as yourself would fully understand.
Okay.
One might say it's been a long, strange trip.
Wait,
Right. Okay.
Right,
I
well,
think.
yeah, I think we should be moving, right? Right, guys?
everyone give me a perception check.
A what?
A perception.
Perception.
Oh, that doesn't sound anything like a Constitution saving throw.
No. Even with a 5, you still get a 15. Everyone but Casmus would almost get a distress signal from these smaller, darker Myconid sprout as this creature, as Vuzber is talking. We will be off shortly. Unfortunately, the arrangement of the lady's gift is not never-ending. The offer lasts until we are gone. But maybe she'll find you again.
Who are your little friends over here?
It gives a confused look. I do not know.
Okay, so these guys aren't with you?
That one appeared through the lady's dream in a strange spore.
I'm gonna walk over to these distressed ones. How big are they?
They're like 5 feet tall.
Oh, so they're still bigger than me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over to them like, "Hey guys, you guys doing okay?"
To all of the little ones, or the one that's by itself? Like he's like, I don't know, way in a corner in the dark.
I guess whichever one I'm nearest to that would have been giving off the distress kind of.
Oh, that would have been the one in the corner. The others also release the rapport spores that kind of light up as if they're all speaking in unison, looking towards you.
So I'm gonna take a walk over to him, saying, "Hi, I'm Fungi. You all right, pal?"
As you walk away and kind of stop talking and you leave their rapport spores, you can see them start erratically dancing once again. And it's not a pleasant dance to watch. There's some quick movements and slow parts. You're not sure what song they're listening to, but it's like someone trying to slow dance to like EDM or something. But this other creature, this other Myconid, kind of stops its own much slower dance. One arm bigger than the other. This one actually has arms. And little squinty, beady green eyes. Hello. Don't do it.
Don't do what?
The strange,
Go with them?
the strange spores. I don't know what it is. There is something strange. They aren't behaving right. It's disturbing. I think it might have infected the rest back home. I don't know.
Where's home?
Neverlight Grove. Where I came from. Where they came from.
Something's not right there. What's your name?
I don't know. I haven't been back in some time. I'm Rumpadump. This guy. As it just squints at you. It's one of the most evil looking little guys you've ever seen. Who's smaller than you right now. He's about a foot and a half tall.
Grump, do you not feel safe with them? You can tell me.
I don't know what I feel. It's peculiar. It's unknown. And it just kind of cowers back.
I'm gonna look back at the group with a very concerned face. Well, me and my friends are gonna be going away. Do you want to take a walk with us?
It kind of takes a glance towards the dancing Myconids. And you would see Stool kind of poke out from behind your backpack. It's okay. This guy's fun guy, and I'm fun guy too. Fun Stool. I think we're going to. They're gonna give me a ride to Neverlight Grove too. I wanna go. Oh. If you would have me. I would love to.
I'm definitely looking back at the other guys.
What is everyone doing, by the way, at this point?
What's that?
What is everyone else doing at this moment? Because this fun guy's been walking around talking to all these mushrooms. What are you guys doing?
You know that look cats give things when they either want to attack it or run away from it, and they haven't made up their mind yet? That is what Dusk is doing at these dancing.
Fair enough.
Myconids.
What about Casmus or Rincewind?
Rincewind is just... Go ahead,
Go.
Cosmo.
Gasman's probably just confused, like, at those, like, what the hell? Like, so he's probably just completely just confused at looking at them.
And you would have heard the conversation with Boozbar,
Yeah,
Boozbar, but not
which-
Rumpadump.
Which would confuse them even more, even though they had a lot with Stool.
So yeah, I've been kind of paying. Ritzwin's been kind of paying attention to this exchange here with Rumpadump, and I don't know, man. I don't know if I need Eeyore in our group. So I'll
He's
just
the
kind of be
exact
pitching my
opposite of
nose,
Stool.
like, okay, you know, if you know, I don't know if what we need is another party member.
I'm gonna be looking back, trying to like mouth to him, or try to gesture that he's in trouble. We need to help. These
And I
guys
know
are.
watches haven't been invented yet, but I'll be pointing at my wrist. Like,
They've been. There's clocks.
Yeah.
You could have a wrist clock. That's what they would call them, a wrist clock.
I'll have no idea what that is. But...
True.
I mean, we still have. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're anywhere near the Myconid thicket right now, or wherever he's trying to go, and we're still kind of stuck in the city. Unless there's kind of some sort of shortcut through this tunnel that can get us out.
Are you saying that out
I
loud?
think. No.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Yes, actually, I am saying it out loud. I'm doing the verbal math here. Like, are you gonna actually stick around in Gracklestug with us until we can get out of here, or?
If you take me to Neverlight Grove, yes. I know the way.
Well, I don't think we can leave the city.
Oh.
If you know how to get out from here to the Grove.
I just know its location. Its presence is always with me. I was born there.
Well, that's great, but I mean, that doesn't tell us how long it would take us to get there. It doesn't tell us in what direction we'd be going to get there. It doesn't tell us anything. Just, we are trying to get there, but we have a thing right now, several of them, as a matter of fact, that we have to get through before we can even get out of here. Unless you happen to know a way out that doesn't happen to involve a whole bunch of trippy mushrooms. No offense.
None
Fun
taken.
guy.
I thought you were speaking to what they are doing. It's. I wouldn't be a burden. But I can't make the journey on my own. I would understand if you don't want me, though.
I'm just gonna look at Rinswood with big mushroomy eyes. He's in trouble.
Yeah.
We need to get away from here, and so does he. I don't think he's gonna be another mouth to feed. He doesn't have a mouth.
I don't know, man.
The
Yeah, it's-
dancing around you continues, or kind of behind you, nearby, continues more erratically, as you can see the mound of mushrooms at the center of them starts to glow at a much faster pace. As
Think we need
they're
to be
all
making-
releasing spores into it.
I don't think we have.
I mean, I don't know. It just kind of seems like you're padding the mushroom vote in what the party politics are going to be here by adding Rumpadump to the system.
I will take no vote. I just want to get home.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but it may be useful to have someone who knows how to reach this grove.
What is your purpose for going there?
Take this dude back. Say, thumb over at Stool. I can't believe you're saying that either, Dusk. But
If we get to Neverland, we might need just extra help there. Could we
Stool will
use-
be like, I don't know how to
Find-
get there. I've been there. That's weird.
I meant if we needed how to talk to anybody once we're over there.
I can talk.
Great.
well,
But more
I mean,
company's
it's-
always better.
you think so? All right. Okay. First things first. I want to hear more about this lady that your friends have been talking about before I decide if you're gonna come with us or not.
I
At the very
don't
least, we
know
can
about
wait.
it. It's something strange. Don't.
Well, you
Uh.
keep saying don't, and they keep talking about a lady, but nobody seems to know who the lady is or what you don't want us to do.
I think he's
Don't-
listening in.
Don't accept the gift. Don't go with them.
As he's listening in, Casper's gonna cast Detect Magic, see if there's anything around him.
Are you casting it as a? Oh, you just do it like automatically, right?
It's
yeah.
the other side.
Nothing magical in here except for the glowing mushrooms, which emanate very powerful conjuration magic.
Right.
And it seems like their dancing is kind of feeding it.
They've just been dancing crazier and crazier since we've gotten here. I think it's really time we just walked away Hopefully they're not paying too much attention to us as we leave.
They're not paying any attention to you right now.
Good.
Can we
The
move
two Quagoths are staring towards you.
Yeah,
any?
what's with them? Are they just there
They're just
completely
there.
independently?
You're unsure.
It,
They are covered in this yellow mold and plenty of like shelf fungus on them as well. They seem very mindless.
okay.
Would say they do start to approach the mushroom mound as well, as it seems the dancing. They do one final Ginyu Force move as the mound of mushrooms glows with the brightest light of sunlight almost for this brief moment and expands to each of them as you can see a mark kind of go along their arms, brightly lit for a brief moment before fading away. They all kind of look at each other in unison and start motioning to step towards this mound of mushrooms.
Nope.
What are you guys doing, if anything? You're just watching from nearby?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch them.
Okay.
I think
Fascinating.
past-
Goes through a portal. I mean, portals are my kind of thing, so I've been kind of watching them do the whole dance thing the whole time.
Anything past them, or is the cave a dead end?
There is
Yeah.
another cave to the southwest of this large cave.
Shall we continue in this cave, or should we turn back and go to the other fork?
Which way is closer to us at the present moment? The way we
They're
came
they're
from?
about
or
the same. You guys are like near the center of this cavern. There's a little cave to the southwest, and that kind of 20 to 30 feet wide cave where the mushrooms were that you guys were in.
So, is there any like particular spell that these mushrooms are casting, or is
Absolutely
this kind of
not.
just an ability?
It is just this weird ability. But as they step towards this mound of mushrooms, they each kind of lay a hand on. One of them, the two Quagoths, grab a hold on the shoulder of one of these Myconids. And as the Myconids touch the side of this clump of mushrooms, where they touch, it starts to glow as they push their hand forward and step into it. The Quagoths behind them. And they all disappear into the large mushroom.
Hmm.
The magic that you sensed for a moment, Casmus, is gone.
Right. Okay, that was interesting.
That was the weirdest group of mushrooms I've ever seen.
That was the weirdest group of mushrooms you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. Well, where do we want to go from here? Are we gonna? I mean, it turned out that this didn't get us to Weller at all. You want to keep following this path to the? I mean, does that path continue on,
It
or
does.
should we start doubling back towards Gracklestug?
If you remember the way back.
Right.
Well, we were going to plan on just taking a little break for a little bit. All those guys are gone. Here might as well be as good as any place as any other.
Okay.
I don't think we want to try and walk those mushrooms again. Some of you guys didn't handle it so well if you touched them.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Turvy would grow medium at this point, or small, instead of tiny. Or at some point throughout this.
I guess is Rumpendump still with us?
He did not step into the... No, yeah, he ain't going there.
Well, see, now we can't. Rump's got to come with us. He can't leave him all by himself. Down here?
I could stay here if you don't want me. I would understand.
No. It's okay.
Well, let's rest here a moment, and then I say we move on. And I agree, no, we just can't leave.
I don't think that was the plan. Please.
Can't just leave this creature here.
You seem
Alright.
nice. So you guys just... The mushrooms slowly start to rot down in the center of this cave as they almost kind of deflate after the magic is gone.
So we're taking our short rest?
Are you trying to take a short rest?
The magic from the
believe
other
that's the
mushrooms that were
intention.
there, or the magic from the portal that they created.
Was your portal sense stay active? It's just you just notice it for a moment. But you're unsure about the portal part. But the mushroom that they walk through just starts to, like, the large cluster just starts to deflate. Like it was a big balloon.
Okay.
We're gonna take our short rest here. I'm gonna use my second wind right before we do that. Just
Okay.
my hit point.
As you guys start to sit down for a short breather, out of your pocket pops Weller, and like just this light just beams out, blue and red light just arcs out from it, almost like electricity, but not quite that jagged or wild. But Weller kind of falls to the ground there, wearing the necklace. If you're actually there, Weller. You are. I see you.
Hello, hello.
And Weller, you come to an unfamiliar space with your companions about you. The Dwergar you had just met moments ago, literally just, or well, a couple hour, like an hour or so ago, disappeared, like gone, no longer around mushrooms. Other than this large cluster of them that's starting to deflate, you can see your companions starting to lounge around, as you also do see a second stool, this one standing on two legs with a large cluster of green and gray mushrooms on its head. You can see this guy. Just kind of standing in the shadows behind everyone.
That's not unsettling at all.
Weller, where were you?
That's a great question.
You have no idea. Last thing you remember was the light that started to emanate from the Dwergar. Gremnir.
What happened to that guy?
Don't give him the attention or he'll keep doing this.
Uh,
keep it here with you. He hasn't been back.
he disappeared with you, and then that necklace was just laying on the ground where you two stood. So then I started looking for some sort of activity that may have detected where you were, and then we stumbled across these mushrooms that were way more coordinated than this guy, and they danced their way into a portal. And I'm not entirely sure that they weren't eating their own psychedelic caps the entire time, but they kept talking about this lady, and now we picked up this. What'd you say your name was?
It kind of shyly leans forward, releasing spores, looking down. Rumpadump.
Because his mother hates him apparently, and now we're gonna take him
I
to
have
the.
no, and it just kind of like shies back to the corner.
Yeah. So now apparently he's with us until we find a way to offload him and Stool at some large mushroom colony.
Fun guy, you've checked this guy out. He's on the up and up as our resident mushroom
Well,
man.
he was in trouble. All the other mushrooms were really weird.
He
He
was
didn't
in
feel
trouble.
good with that.
Yep. So here he is with us.
Yeah, we're gonna
And,
take him to Neverlight Grove.
Okay.
Because that's on the agenda. So that's the plan as it stands. We have lost Droki, it seems, for now. But I don't know. We're gonna get rested up here a little bit and then decide on whether we're going back into Gracklestug or continuing.
All right, fair enough.
I would say also at this point, the dark vision for fungi would wear off, as there's little bits of swirling light on occasion. It's not total darkness, but there are many patches of darkness before the swirls of light on the walls and ceiling, floors, and the occasional mushroom.
All right.
Are there any of the glowy type mushrooms, the ones that give off a good amount of light right nearby?
There might be. Let me double check something real quick. Those are the. There's two kinds that give off light. Torch stalks
Well, are we-
that usually explode, and night lights, which
Are we terribly worried about giving off light right now?
roll me a d20. I don't know if you're terribly worried.
I'm asking the rest of the party. Are we worried about being attacked right now? Because if that's the case, then we could just get Weller to cast dancing lights for us and walk our way back out of here.
I mean, we
That's
can
how
go
we're trying to
further
win
down
it.
in the other cave. Or we backtrack.
Well, are there any night lights mushrooms like nearby?
I would say with your knowledge, night lights lose their light after a round. After being uprooted or cut.
Oh.
So, is the plan to backtrack out of here? Because, yeah, I can certainly cast dancing lights if we're just going back the way we came.
You guys have been in here an hour. Maybe.
I think we should keep moving forward.
Are we on the same path we were traveling with when we were following Droki, or had we hit any forks along the way?
You guys went south of, well, you lost the path of Droki and decided to go into the mushrooms. Because you're
Right.
like, oh, maybe he would go here. And then you came to that fork, you went south. In this cavern, there's a small exit to the southwest, as well as the entrance where you entered.
Okay. Should we make another sweep, see if we can find Droki, and then head back? Or follow through all the way through this tunnel to the and exit at the other end?
Well, we don't know for certain that he even came this way, so we might have to double back to the fork and choose a different path.
Right.
My thing is, if we try going back through all those mushrooms and we're all this size,
I would say Weller's still small, actually, too.
some of them look like they could kind of hurt a little bit if we knocked them around. We have a different choice that we can make. I think we stay away from if it would, keep you guys from getting hurt.
Is the exit at the end that you spoke of, is that like a normal size exit, or would
Yeah,
that be
it's
small?
like maybe 15, 20 foot wide.
Oh, okay.
We also don't know that Droki did not come this way.
It's true. Certainly would be easy to lose him in all of this. Did you all, I'm assuming, question the psychedelic mushroom men you ran into?
Yeah, they said they didn't see anything, but you
And
might
you
not
should.
have been paying attention to them.
Yeah, they didn't even know where they came from, and this dude, what'd you say your name was again?
It begrudgingly releases its rapport spores once again. Maybe not begrudgingly, but you can see it's kind of timid about it. Rampadam.
Yeah.
You can call me whatever you want. It's fine.
Does he do that?
Whatever
every
you
time?
want here. Says that they're from Neverlight Grove, and that it wasn't too long ago, and the psychedelic ones didn't seem to know that that's where they'd come from. So, I don't know. I mean,
Interesting.
yeah, it seemed like a very cult-like atmosphere, and I would know I'm kind of from a cult, so it didn't give off good vibes.
And I may be ignorant, but what would mushrooms know of ladies?
Yeah,
So it does seem cultish.
a little bit.
I would say, Fungi, with your previously rolled nature about myconids, they are genderless.
Oh, she might not have been another mushroom person, friend of theirs, but yeah, they gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Okay.
And that's saying something.
So are we going to crack on? Are we going to take a breather? Or are we going to double back?
I'd say no to a breeder, but that's up to you guys as well.
Yep.
Well,
So take a breather and we'll decide further, I guess.
okay. As
We
you
can talk
all,
about it during our short rest.
as you all sit down during the short rest, someone roll me a d20. Come on. Weller went first. Hour passes by. About 20 minutes into it, Weller, you grow to a normal size. And you guys do get a short rest.
Do this.
Nice.
Another one. God damn. Okay.
Hey, take it.
I'll definitely take it.
Oh my god.
And I mean, it goes to 44, but 43 the max.
Wait,
I'll go 43
you already
points.
had. Did you already add your hit points from before?
Yeah, he had 11.
Yeah, I had 11.
Okay.
And he rolled 3 11s. Hey, 311. Great band. But time goes on, and you're for the most part in the dark here. Hey,
Damn.
Jeez. I only needed 4, but so.
yeah. If you might as well use it, right? You never know when you're going to get a short rest again.
Yep.
These odd, again, swirling motifs around the area. They give off faint, very faint light, but they're there.
Right, so we backtrack or we continue south?
Let's continue.
Yeah, at this point,
Yeah.
might as well push forward, see if we can pick his trail back up.
Maybe we can find a way out of Gracklestug and not have to worry about it all. So
That'd be nice.
that would be nice.
Fair enough. Continuing onward through this smaller cave. What's your marching order? How are you traveling? Are you guys looking for tracks? Are you sneaking? Are you trying to just be alert of your surroundings? What?
I mean, mostly alert of my surroundings, but I'm still kind of keeping an eye out that this track might be traveled by Droki or anything
Yeah.
that might pop out.
Tell you what, we'll do a group perception check. At disadvantage.
Okay.
I'm gonna say one guy's gonna automatically fail this in the darkness.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not don't even bother rolling.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, because I'm
Not bad.
hesitant about using produce flame to give off any light.
Well,
Do cantrips set off this stuff too? Do we know?
The what?
Would a cantrip still set off?
You are unsure of the effects of Faircess. But it doesn't. I mean, you've seen magic has been cast around you and nothing happened. But as you start to step into this cave, it starts to take a downhill turn. Need everyone to give me a dexterity save. Wow.
Not good.
Tell you what, Rincewind, you rolled really good. Roll me another d20. For Turvy. As Rumpadump is, love it. Everyone starts going sliding as you all slip on something. Well, Slick has this sticky, almost congealed splatter to it. As you slide down into this cave, stench of rotting meat rises. The floor carpeted, literally carpeted, with human remains in various stages of composition, as well as blood covering the floor. But several of these remains, are arranged in a spiral pattern around the cave's center. You lightly hear this off-key humming coming from a hunched figure working busily at something on the floor not too far away from you. A voice calls out, "Oh, there you are!" The figure is Bupido. He wipes his hands on his vest and smiles viciously. "I didn't expect to see you find me here, with my shrine nearly finished, and power. My faithful are finally honoring me. And you? Yes, I sense that you are ready to receive my truth into your hearts and heads." As you can see, his hands start crackling with electricity. Several of the bodies around you start to stand up as decomposed skeletal forms. Rincewind, you are right on the edge of the cave. So I'm gonna bring you guys to a fun little map. It's just blood. It's all blood. Always has been.
All blood. It's all blood. That's all it is.
Rincewind, I'm gonna move you. I'm just moving you a little in
Oh,
just so
that's
they can
my last
see you.
mark.
Yeah. Bupido's working in the corner there. Everyone else is prone at the moment. And we're going to roll some initiative. And as we roll initiative in here, we're going to take our little 5-10 minute break. So stick around, folks. We'll be back here in a few to pick up with the return of Bupido. As he crackles with electricity, as Weller is getting the 1 buff when we come back. So Weller, for pretty much this encounter, a full minute, you will have +1 to everything. Thank you, Patchworks, and yeah, stick around. We'll be back in a bit. And guess
I gotta
what?
just say,
We're back. What were you gonna say?
for somebody that's so high dex and has advantage on every initiative roll, I have the worst initiative, just on average of all time.
Did it
I am
actually
always middle of the
roll
road.
with initiative?
Yeah,
I
or
see
with
that.
advantage.
I see
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
every
Yeah,
time.
roll initiative with
Middle of the
initiative. But yeah. Sorry, folks. We are back with it, and last we left off, half of the troop ended up sliding into Bupido's lair. You guys remember Bupido, the crazy Darrow who murdered one of your fellows? Maybe, you guys didn't actually see it, but presumably murdered one of your fellows. And seems to have a small army of undead around him as his fingers crackle with electricity, welcoming you to feel the, his power. And that's where we're picking up. Do we want Clash Defiant or Malicious or Unrelenting?
I mean, it looks pretty malicious in here.
Do you have any Barry Manilow?
I don't. We'll do Malicious.
What?
As these skeletal, mostly, there's still some meat on some of them, corpses rise, most of them dwarf size. A bunch of them rush forward to meet you guys.
How lovely.
Actually, I take that back. This one's gonna rush towards Rincewind. Even Steven and all that. Yeah, they're gonna do that. And we're just gonna start at the bottom here. Start with good old Rincewind. As a skeleton is gonna try to stab you with its short sword. Getting a 23 to hit.
Let's see. I am going to take that one on the nose.
Alright. Take a whopping 3 points of piercing damage. Not great roll there, but hey, you take it. Fungi, one of these skeletons rushes towards you. And just with this like bone spike tries to jab out towards you for 9 to hit. Roll the wrong attack.
Does not hit.
Turvey is gonna take one. He is gonna take one as he gets stabbed for 6 points of piercing damage. As this one here rushes towards Weller, getting a 23 to hit.
Jesus, that's a hit.
Yeah, they're rolling good. Weller, you also take 3 points of piercing damage. One of these other skeletons starts to rush over here, kind of like surrounding, and is going to stab out at Casmus. Getting an 18 to hit.
It does hit.
As Casmus, you take 5 points of piercing damage as it has this like rusty, broken short sword just kind of stabbing into you for 5 piercing. The last one up here draws its, picks up a blood-covered sword off the ground and just kind of stands around Bupido. Which will take us to dusk.
Okay. Expend half my movement and get up.
All right.
Expend a bonus action and ignite Dawnbringer.
Nice. As it gets a little light in here, guys.
Oh, much better.
Yeah, so much better. Fungi thanks you more than anyone in the world.
And then I immediately start recoiling horrors. Now I can see what everybody else has been seeing in this place.
Yep.
But fully figuring out.
Step up and attack this one.
All right, going for a whack with the Dawn Blade. 17 absolutely hits. And it is undead, so it'll take the extra 3. As it'll take... Yeah, the second roll is for two-handed. It will take 8 points of radiant, regardless.
And it takes an extra d8 for being undead.
It already rolled it. If you see it, 1d8, and then it says that 3 next to it, that's a little bubbled. So it'll take 11 points of radiant damage as you whack into it, nearly cutting the skeleton in two, just kind of sizzling. You feel this warmth and comfort come from the sword.
That's funny. On my view, I don't see the extra.
You don't see a 3 next to the 1d8?
Oh, I see it. I see it. Small.
Yeah, it's really
It's,
small.
My blast
it's
is-
slightly bold. It's very slight.
And then I'll take another swipe at it.
All right. Yes, this skeleton is gonna regret it was ever reborn, as it just kind of melts into the ground. You hear this kind of faint release of air from within its non-existent lungs.
And then step back here. Trying to check my positioning. That will be it.
All right. That will take us to Fungi.
See, I don't need to do my dark vision. Where do I want to check? Yeah. Let's try and do some smoke here. I'm going to kind of hold out my staff. I'm going to make a little circle all around my head as I cast Moonbeam. And what's the...
Where's it going?
Yeah, just trying to double check the range and...
Little
there's
5 foot. Light.
5 foot radius.
Yes.
Okay, so it's better than diameter. All right, good.
Yes.
So I'm going to put it right over Boopy and his friend there.
Okay. They changed the way they search for art. And I can't bring half of it out. So we'll just make a little circle. Why not? We know how to make circles. As this light just arcs down from the ceiling. Need you to roll me a d20. Alright. There you go. Oh, moonlight. Like right there?
Yeah.
Alright. Anything else for fungi?
And might as well double check make sure. Do that really quick. I don't. We'll do Shillelagh with the bonus action.
Alright. As you cast your Shillelagh. Now, stay holding your ground.
Yep, I'm gonna hold my ground.
Chasmus.
First thing, I'm gonna stand up off the movement, and I am gonna cast Protection of Good and Evil on Weller.
What does this look like?
You just touch him, and the blue light would engulf Weller.
Alright.
Until he touches his shoulder. And then we are gonna move. That's 10 right there, and that'll be it.
Alright. That will take us to Turvy. Turvy's gonna stab at this skeleton. Hitting with one of his attacks. As he kind of stabs into and just kind of pops out a couple of the ribs. And then we'll end his turn as he kind of also... He'll kind of take a step back. Actually, no, because he doesn't want to... he'll hold his ground. No attack opportunity. Which will take us to Boopido. And Boopido is going to do something.
Does he have to first start his turn with
He is.
saving throw?
He is. Go ahead and roll me some damage, though, because he's going to take some no matter what. The wisdom or con?
I want to say Constitution.
Con, okay.
Where'd it go? Yeah.
He got a big 5, so he's going to take that damage. He will take 6 points of moonbeam damage as it singes his skin. What are you doing? No, this isn't right. He will then run out. Just making sure I got things right. And yeah, it's as good as it gets. He's gonna move right there, just out of the moonlight for a brief moment. And you see his fingers crackling with electricity as he reaches out and a giant bolt of lightning starts to arc out from his hands. I will need Fungi, Turvy, and Weller to give me dexterity saves as a massive lightning bolt arcs out from his hands. Nice. Oh, someone roll for Turvy. I don't want to roll him. It gets weird.
Turvy?
Yeah. Hey, Turvy made it. As Weller and Fungi each take 30 points of lightning damage.
Oof.
Turvy takes 15. As he kind of dodges around it. And he's going to...
With the 1 buff, does that add 1 to...
Adds 1
Well-
to your roll. So you would have gotten a 12.
So 12. So still wouldn't have mattered.
Oh! I did... His DC is actually 12. So yes, you do take half of that.
So 15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Correctamundo.
Ooh, Patchwork saving me again.
That is what does it. He is then going to continue his run a little bit further away. Actually, he's going to hop behind and jump on what looks to be a pile of a corpse that he's dissecting, which will then take us to Rincewind. I do need a Constitution save from Fungi.
So,
DC is,
Oh.
as the moonbeam goes away.
yeah.
So he would have just stayed right there then.
I'm going to holler out, you killed Shushar, you asshole. And then I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike.
I killed who hard?
And I am going to blitz on up next to him.
Alright.
Take a swing at, take a bonus action to charge my weapon with force.
As
and take a
you
swing at him.
enter that space, it's not an opportunity attack, but the skeleton here did have a readied action to stab out.
Knock yourself out.
He's gonna try. Getting a natural 20.
That hits. Are
As
these
you-
not in the chat?
They will be in the chat for watchers. But you do take 11 points of piercing damage. I need a Constitution save for Zephyr Strike. DC is 10.
Well, he's reacting to what I'm doing, right? So I get to take the hit.
You take the
Or
hit,
was
and
he
you
holding the action to enter the space?
as soon as you entered here is when he stabs out. Or even if you moved around and entered. So you would lose. Be able to get here. But he does stab you. And you lose concentration on your Zephyr Strike, unfortunately. As it just kind of powers down. And 11 points
So
of
I'm
piercing
still going
damage.
to swing a Bupido.
Does everyone have a bunch of temporary hit points I don't know about?
Hey man, don't worry about it.
No, we all just took a rest.
Fair enough. Swinging out Bupido at 23?
22. I don't
20,
know
20, 22. You got the one buff clicked.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. 22 will absolutely hit him, though. As you imbue it with your planar energy, take 17 points of damage.
And then I'm going to end my turn right there.
All right. As you end your turn there, he's going to use a legendary action to splash some acid on you.
Real
No, I
rude.
kill everybody. I need a dexterity save. as acid just kind of appears right over your head. Also, roll me a d20 before I forget, Rincewind. Because I'm dumb. I also forgot it for Chasms, but that was way too far. Yeah, dexterity save. As you take no acid damage, as it just kind of falls around you, just kind of dodge around the miniature rain of acid. That'll take us to Weller.
Half my movement. And that should give me enough to get here.
Yeah.
And I am going to strike out with the old glaive. And I got the 1 buff check. Let's do the glaive.
A 14 just hits.
Fantastic. Let's go ahead.
Thanks to that 1 buff.
Yeah. Let me remember. So I took. That's right. I dropped trip and took menacing. Okay. So let's do. Hit a creature, weapon attack, spend superiority die. Yeah, so I might as well try a menacing attack on him.
All
So
right.
That's gonna be a superiority die.
He makes is it a wisdom save?
Wisdom saving throw. Yes.
All right.
And I will go ahead and roll damage.
He got an 11.
I will roll.
Uh,
Re-roll that 1, right?
Yes. And roll superiority die as well.
Superiority die, because we have it right there.
Here's
So I
the,
just
here,
need to
here's the,
re-roll that D10.
you can re-roll
Okay.
both of them because it's superiority die.
Oh, so re-roll a D10 and a D8.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what your bonus is. Just click your weapon damage. What is it? +4, so 12. Plus the D8. For 20 points of damage. Boopit will use one of his legendary resistance to not be frightened. As it seems like you can see this flicker of blood as you slash through him. He just coughs up, but then you see his eyes get bloodshot, and he blinks. You can almost see him trembling for a brief moment, but he resisted it somehow.
Okay. Extra attack.
All right.
And this time I'm saying, this is for Shushar.
A 14 once again just
Again,
hits.
wow. Okay.
Another one.
Another run. So just roll D. Or you said just click it again.
Just click
right?
the damage again.
again.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because it already adds all the stuff with it for 7 points of slashing damage. As you're cutting into him, he looks severely wounded and is in not a good way.
Motherfucker's still alive, huh?
He is. You guys have done a bunch of damage.
I hate this guy. Action surge.
Okay. $20 to hit, absolutely. For 12 more points of slashing as he kind of like gets knocked back a little bit by that one and kind of like starts to stumble. As you can see, he's kind of just covered in his own blood. Well, he was covered in blood previously, but now he's definitely covered in his own blood.
Now it's his own blood.
Yep.
That's one for Shushar too, fucker.
I don't even know who this Shushar is.
That makes it even worse.
Hit him again.
I did everything I can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
You
You,
get
have,
one more
you have
attack.
extra attack.
Action surge. Yeah.
You action
Oh,
surge.
because I
you-
action surged.
You
Oh,
get another
shit.
action, meaning you can take the attack action, meaning you can get 2 attacks for said
That's
attack action.
right. Thanks, guys. All right. Doing it again. We're rolling it back.
18 will absolutely hit him. for
Oh!
10 points of slashing damage. As you slash into him, crackle of magic fades. Or actually, it doesn't fade. It ignites almost. Weller, if you roll me a D100, please.
Yeah.
64. As look real quick. Choose a person or creature, Weller.
Okay. I can choose one of the NPCs.
Yeah.
One of the
Yeah.
zomboids. I'm going to choose that zomboid down there.
Okay. Go and roll me 6d6.
Don't know what's happening. I'm so terrified.
It's turning into an ancient red dragon.
For God's sakes!
Nope. A wave of psychic energy directly shoots towards you, Weller, as Bupido falls to the ground. Weller, you take 18 points of psychic damage as it ricochets around the room, kind of almost looking for a target, and lands on the skeleton as the skeleton just simply clatters to the ground with this wave of psychic force.
Could have been worse.
Anything else for Weller?
I think I've done enough.
All right, that will take us to all of the skeletons. Who just started stabbing wildly? Why not? I forgot this guy to get an attack opportunity against you, Weller. Oh well, too late. Let's start with Fungi, Skeleton attacking you.
I'll start with Halo of Spores on him.
All right,
That's a 16 con save.
he got a 15.
So he'll take. Man, every time I roll Halo
He
of
will take
Spores.
1 point of damage as he rolled a 15 to hit you.
Misses.
All right. The skeletons are going ham on Turvy. As one of them hit, Turvy takes 8 as Turvy's starting to look pretty rough. And then this one is going to go try and it. You see it kind of glance down at Bupido's body, and then just stab out towards Rincewind. It seemed to know. Getting a 19 to hit Rincewind.
That hits.
Rincewind, you take 6 points of piercing damage as it stabs into you with its rusty spike.
Ugh.
Which will end all of the skeletons' turns, taking us to Dusk. Dusk, you get a feeling in your heart, in your head. The sword wants to end the undead.
I kind of thought so.
It is frightened, but it is emboldened with you by its side.
I'm not going to try to get fancy. Move up and take a swing at this one.
All right. Yep, that'll do it. Keeps rolling 3s for 13 points of damage as it just kind of like a hot knife through butter just cuts the skeleton down as its body fills up with radiant light similar to that of the Dawn Blade. Clatters to the ground. Smoldering, burning blood is what you smell.
All right, my second attack will be at the other one right there.
Absolutely. 15 will hit it. Gonna take a whopping 15 points as you just kind of slash very finesse-like into it, as it just, once again, that fiery just erupts in that white sunlight, collapses to the ground.
And then just step back and position myself. And that's it.
All right. Fungi.
Gonna take a shillelagh swing at this guy next to me.
Whack. That whacks it. Dealing a shitload more bludgeoning damage than you were hoping. And you just whack into it and it just explodes. Bones go clattering all across the space here with little bits of flesh still attached. Absolutely.
Still got that one up there.
Throw your stick.
No, I like my stick. Nah, you'll be alright. I think that'll do it for me.
All right.
Action.
Taking us to Casmus.
So blast up the last undead.
Eldritch Blasting. 12 misses.
God damn it.
Just barely. As it glances off a little plate of armor on its shoulder. You're 5th level now, you get 2 shots.
Yeah, I'll try again.
That is a very different scenario where it hits. Dealing 8 points of force damage. As it just kind of, it makes center mark as like, there's a hole in it. The flesh is blasted off of it. Anything else for Casmus?
Nope, that'll be it.
That'll take us to Turvy. Huffing and puffing as Turvy is hurt. He's gonna shoot his crossbow. He doesn't want to get close. Hitting. As the arrow strikes into the side of the skeleton, one of its arms just kind of falls off. Not the one wielding the blade. The skeleton is still somehow alive. Just barely. He'll take a step back. He'll look to Fungi. I don't feel so good. Which will take us to Bupido's turn. Let's go with Rincewind. You're close. Roll me a D100. $38. Okay.
Beyond the grave, he's still an asshole.
Yep. That's an unfortunate one to get right now. But you feel that any damaging... Actually, that works. Any damaging attack you use right now that is magic, automatically, as long as it hits, it knocks the target prone. For the next minute. As you see Bupido's form collapse further and falls limp. As limp as it can get, this little surge of magic arcs towards Rincewind. And then you can see it fizzle out in Bupido's body as he just kind of mumbles to himself. Murder. With this, like, this a little breath that, like, you know, when air escapes little, I don't know, random passages or whatever. I don't know. He farts it. Murder. Which will take us to Rincewind.
Um, I'll sheathe my sword and say, "If you say so," and I'll cast Thorn Whip at the last undead.
18 will hit. As you absolutely knock it prone and deal 8 points of piercing damage as it cracks. Yeah, it'll kind of first you whip it and pull the skeleton up as it just falls to the ground, splitting its mismatched body parts around. And we can hop out of initiative here, as Bupido's body can't hurt you anymore. For now.
I don't like the sound of that, but
Yeah, ominous. You gotta end on an ominous note. But as you're in this space, covered in blood, you notice that the skeleton forms are super mismatched body parts. And yeah. Shambling, mismatched bits.
Casper's can look around with detect magic, see if there's anything that could tell us exactly what Bubido was doing around there.
There's a small sense of necromantic magic all about. And then you would sense a stronger necromantic magic as from one of the body parts around here. You can see a very faint. They have art form. I don't think so. A very faint, translucent humanoid apparate around some of these body parts. Looks like a deep gnome. Poking its head up, blinking, emerging fully. Oh. Hello, friends. Thank you for killing him.
Well, I mean, it wasn't on our list for the day, but this is how things turned out.
Oh, thank
Were you?
God you see it too.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about to say if I was the only one seeing with my my sight, I'm kind of relieved.
Right. I'm kind of relieved too. Not fully, though. Something isn't right. Well, you have my thanks.
What do you mean something isn't right?
Well, you're dead.
Yeah, this is
How does
clearly a
Dawn
ghost,
feel
right?
about this ghost?
Yeah,
That's all right.
I would say yeah. You would notice it. It's part of it resembles part of the body of one of those skeletons. I don't know, some strange magic.
Yeah, he did try to use necromancy. What I can understand.
Oh, I think it's quite obvious with all of this, the body
Yeah.
parts living, even my own body parts.
How does Dawn feel about ghosts?
Probably get an uneasy feeling. Dusk, but it's yeah, not overly. I was with my group of mates. We were heading up to Blingenstone, and oil killed us in the streets and chopped us up and brought us here, put us on display.
Yeah, he always was a bit of a maniac.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
I don't even know where I am.
And we can't help you with that one either.
It's not good. You're in some sort of cave system, if that helps.
So, is there something that we can do for you?
So come here often.
Actually, I misspoke. You don't recognize the body part to the pieces that were there. Could you bring part of me to Blingenstone? Bury me there. At least part of me so I can rest.
I mean,
Which part would be yours? I don't.
Yeah, could you see this room that we're in? I don't know how things work on your plane.
I know it's a terrible task. And you don't have to do it. But I think I could rest. If I could. There's a strange magic in these tunnels. I've seen it. At one point, after Bupido cut off my hand, it started crawling away through one of the narrow tunnels about. I lost track of it though. It was wearing an obsidian ring. You couldn't miss it. Or you can keep the ring, I don't care. Just take my hand back to Blingenstone. You've got Turvy? Turvy kind of looks like, hey, Bellic. Sorry you did. Oh.
Wait, you two know each other?
We didn't run in the same crowds, back in Blingenstone. You know, Bellic doing, I don't know, adventurous things, and I was, not quite so adventurous. Yeah, that about explains it. Always had a sense of wandering. Of course, that was my undoing. But I see you're far from home. Yeah, we might go back there. I guess it might be one of the better places to go. I think these guys are looking for a way up. Now, Blingenstone might have a way up from there. I wouldn't know though. I've heard tales. Would you do this for me? Please. So I can rest. And Turi just looks to you guys as he's like about to pass out.
So we can't I don't mean to sound insensitive, but can't put you like in a bottle or anything. It's got to be your hand. You got to find your hand.
could it be like a finger?
I mean, if you find my finger, yeah. But part of me, I need to rest in my home. I spent too long away. I regretted it all the time.
All right.
Did you come here to slay a Bupido?
No.
Not
Came here looking for.
quite.
That was just a nice, happy coincidence.
Yeah.
We were looking for a different Darrow and happened across this nonsense. Small world.
I've seen a Darrow wander about the small caves, yeah.
But a 2 pointed at.
Yeah, that's the one.
Right.
Oh yeah.
He's quick, yeah. Well, he
Did
mumbles a
he
lot to
interact with?
himself.
Yeah, talks a lot of nonsense, kind of like this guy.
I think he
Maybe less
brought
murder.
Bupido something one time and then was off. They did a little trade. I don't know for what. I think body parts.
It tracks.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Right. I guess we can do this for you.
Any idea how long ago you saw this guy? This Darrow?
Time is
Yeah.
hard to tell when you're dead. It's not fun, I'm not gonna lie. Bupido did kill me the first time he saw me, and I came back not but a few days later. And I feel stuck in some of these smaller areas. Can't travel far.
There's nothing else that you can tell us about the Darrow with the funny hat? I say as I'm still looking around for a hand with an onyx ring on it.
No. Well, I've just seen him go from to and fro. I mean, there's smaller tunnels usually, but no, I didn't even catch a name. He didn't speak much when Bupido was about. He
Nothing.
seemed to leave quite quickly.
Nothing that could help us find your hand. That ring isn't special, or it's just.
Well, it was my ring. It was
Yeah, but I
made
mean,
of
it's.
onyx. You wouldn't. It'd be easy to be hard to miss if you saw a hand crawling
Oh,
about with an onyx ring
there's
on it.
nothing. There wouldn't be anything arcane to it, or
I don't think so.
was.
It was.
There's a lot of hands in here. I'm
I
just saying.
got it from a maid at Blingenstone. No, it wandered off ages ago. It felt like.
Your hand wandered off.
Yeah, it got up and crawled away.
There aren't any body parts like here. We don't have to search for. I mean,
The gnome ghost kind of scratches their head, or at least attempts to, and their finger just kind of goes into their face, and they're like, "Yeah, right. I don't know.
like you don't have like an ear with a mole on it, or like I don't know, something that might be, unless that crawled away too.
No, I don't think I had any moles.
I think what my
Um,
friend's getting at is there's no part of you in here that you could recognize that would be easy for us to take and bury it. It's got to be the hand.
I think that would be a safe assumption. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I thought you were getting at.
right.
Also,
right,
don't
right.
do the head scratching thing. That freaked me out. I don't like
Yeah.
that. Don't do that again.
I forget what happens with translucent or transparent or whatever transitory body I have. It's not fun.
No, I mean it looks like it sucks down here. If we're being honest.
Yeah.
Also, is
It
anyone
quite
else
does.
alarmed? Is anyone else alarmed that we keep stumbling into rooms covered in blood? Is this just an us thing, or
I mean, at this point, I figured like everyone in 3 rooms in the Underdark is drowned in blood. So I don't know. I think we're maybe up ahead of the curve at this point.
yeah, kind of par for the course? I get it.
I'm gonna go ahead and search Bupido while I'm standing over here. I'm gonna drop the hand of the zombie that I was just looking at, looking for a ring, and start going back to searching Bupido.
The only thing Bupido has on him
Oh, this should be good.
is a piece of paper in shaky handwriting. It's lizard skin parchment with the words "Worship Bupido" written on it.
Well, great. Okay.
Dusk will kind of start searching the perimeter of the room, kind of wandering around. I know this sounds weird, but looking for unusual blood paths that could be a scurrying hand.
Give me a survival check. I'm gonna say it's gonna be really hard.
Yeah.
I
Like
wonder why.
to find a specific blood splatter of a hand.
That's ready.
Oh,
That was
almost.
so close. So close.
So just keep looking around.
Fair enough. You can roll me an investigation check if you want. Actually, no need to roll. I will say scattered about through these body parts and hidden under some mushrooms, you would find scattered about 10 gold and 11 silver. But no real good items or weapons or anything useful, unless you want blood-covered body parts.
No.
Well, we do want one, but it's not in this room.
It is not in this room. It got up
I
and
mean,
crawled
can we
away.
just like start gathering left ears as soon as we figure we have like 15 left ears? Just like
You would
we've got one
wager
here.
there's probably, like, it's hard to find anything matching of the body parts. There's probably like 15 heads. None of them look like the ghost here. Legs, arms. There's a couple of full bodies, and they look like they've been stitched together with different body parts. It is very Frankenstein in here, but a lot
Like-
bloodier.
Ed Gein.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. It probably stinks. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Keeping.
You know, if we find your hand, we'll let you know. But if you think of any more information about the dude that we're looking for, well, I don't know. Keep it to yourself, I guess. I'm heading out.
Thank you for at least trying. I know it's not, well, thank you for at least killing my tormentor.
Is this a dead end that we're in, or is there Is there another way out of here?
There's another way out of here. To the northwest.
I'm sure no one will mind. Dusk will walk up to Bupido's body and decapitate it.
Yeah, give it the old double tap.
Weller will just chuckle and
Oh.
You hear, as you decapitate it, blood gurgles out from the bottom side of its neck. As you would hear...
Meep.
Yeah. Yeah. I am the greatest murderer.
Did he say something? Is he still alive?
It just like gurgles from the bottom side as blood just spills out.
Is
I'll
that
shake
like
my head as I walk by and say, "Or
is that like a mine cart over there by me, or like a box of some sort?
It is a makeshift box.
Cool. Can I just like turn it over and put it on top of Bupido and find a heavy stone?
Yeah, or body parts.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll ask. You guys just give me like a couple minutes here. I'm going to take a few minutes and do a ritual of gentle repose. Want to make sure this guy doesn't come back anytime soon.
You're not doing one of your like prayer things for this guy, right? Like, gonna say.
Well, do
some
you really
kind
want to see
words
him
about him?
reanimate by accident in another day or two and come back for us?
Okay. Cool.
Well, yeah, but the last time you did that to Turfy, he came back.
Yeah, that one worked weird. That one worked real weird.
Fun guy, so help me God if you bring this man back.
Nah, this will be alright.
If you like, I
It's
can chop him up into tiny pieces.
It's on you if he comes
Magic
back.
works
fun
different
guy.
down here, remember.
All of the bodies that you just fought were also chopped up into tiny pieces. I'll say if you want, you can cast Gentle Repose. Roll me a d20, though.
Does it have an area effect?
Can we all back away before you
Yeah, back away.
Back away, yeah.
Okay, nothing happens. It casts. It take 10 minutes as everyone else is kind of peeking around, and as you're casting it, I'd say that's when Weller comes over and decapitates it.
No, that was Dusk. I don't want to
That
take
was
that away.
Dusk.
from him.
Dust comes over and decapitates
I'm just gonna turn the box over top of him and
That's
put something
right.
heavy on top. Yeah. It'll look at the group after I do it and say, just in case.
You forgot
say
to
anything.
spit on him.
Yeah, I think I did enough to him.
But there's the way you came, and there's another direction out.
Move forward.
Let's get the hell out of here either
Yeah.
way.
Hey, Ghost
Let's
Guy,
get out.
are you bound to this room? Or, like, are you free to travel?
As I said, I can go in some of the smaller spaces, but not far, no.
Okay. Alright, well, we'll be on the lookout for your hand. Good luck down here. And, sorry about the decorating.
And they just kind of looked at Turvy, give a nod. I hope you make it back to Blingenstone. Me too. Hope we find your hand, Pellic. Sorry you did again. I never hated you. And it'll just mosey on.
Oh, that's something. That's beautiful.
Rumpadump,
Let's go.
like 30 feet behind everyone, just kind of slowly waddling. But as you exit out of this cave, you would find yourself at a familiar crossroads. From where you were the first, 20 minutes into the space, as across from you would be the room that you had seen Droki in with all of the mushrooms. To your right, and say as you exit out of this, it's a little further on the path. You can see the hill going down to a large pool of black water. And to your left, you would imagine that's the exit out, as little swirls kind of in a pattern appear around the edges of the walls.
Yeah, great.
Back to square one.
Well, not square one. We
Oh.
know where one of these leads.
It's Area 1. Yeah.
So I guess we go down towards the water. That's the one we didn't go.
Might as well. We're here.
Unless he left.
All right. As the tunnel slopes down to the edge of the large pool, filling the cavern ahead, the opposite shore is nearly 100 feet away. Nothing can be seen beneath the surface of this black water.
How far is the shoreline spread?
About 40 feet.
So, I mean, is it kind of like is there any sign that the hand might have crawled down here towards the shoreline?
Give me a survival check. Again, he said it was ages ago because he doesn't know track of time. And
Right.
It's a hand. I don't know if hands
Yeah.
can swim. Say with a 27, your survival instincts would tell you a hand probably could not swim. And you don't think it would come this way. Not necessarily that direction, but you don't see any sign of a hand around here.
All right. Well, shit. It's gonna suck having to haunt that room for the rest of eternity. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we find the hand, we find the hand. We need to find this jokey guy.
oh yeah, I mean absolutely. So I don't know. Let's, I guess, head back towards whence we came, I guess, and see if we can pick up another trail.
That means
There is the other direction in that
Mushroom
psychedelic
place.
mushroom room.
I'm gonna bring you guys
Alright.
to this. I redrew it a little bit. That purple thing. So mushrooms were here. I'll mark the mushrooms in red, or the first mushroom room. Bupido was here. The myconids were here. The lake is here. And the entrance, mark in blue, is here. And you guys are dead center, like right there.
Right. Let's head back towards.
So that is the route we did not take from the mushroom
Yeah.
room.
Right, and when you exited out of where you followed Droki, there was this cross path up here, which went one direction, or the mushrooms. Yes, viewers, look at our glorious map. I'll enlarge it for you. That's great.
Oh,
Yep. You guys heading back through Droki's cave, through the cave with the myconids,
yeah.
and into the mushroom forest.
Yes. Carefully.
All right. I will need everyone except for Fungi to give me acrobatics checks. I just made it purple, so it's different from the other map.
I don't know. I got acrobatics.
I'm assuming I don't have the +1 anymore.
You do not. It only lasts for a minute, which essentially would have been that combat.
Gotcha.
But you still have the good and evil for, I guess, 10 minutes.
It would have been gone because Fungi ritually cast a spell. Weller, roll me a d12.
Oh man. Sorry guys. Oh man.
You bump into a barrel stalk as it kind of jiggles around full of water. No big deal. You do make it past the mushroom forest as it ends pretty rapidly, but coming out the other side looks to be a long and varying width of about 20, 30 feet at some times. Other times it narrows to about 15 feet or 10 even at some places. Looks like a long stretch. How are you continuing forward?
limping.
Limping.
Yeah,
injured.
probably going. Just keep going and being careful, looking around, making sure we don't get what's the word? Ambushed.
I am, as we're limping along,
All right.
going to cast Cure Wounds on myself again. So I
All
kind
right.
of took on the nose in that last fight.
You would notice Turvy is staying back with Rumpadump. Hand crossbow out. But continuing forward, we'll go with Rincewind. What you just rolled? Roll me a d20. All right.
And
As
I
you're-
will de-ignite Dawn, by the way.
Okay. Fair enough. As you guys are traveling along, seeing more mushrooms kind of arising, more of these swirls about the area, in a somewhat wider portion of the tunnel around that kind of curve as it starts to veer a different direction. Ahead of you in your path, you would see this kind of yellowish orange mold along the one side of the wall as... Dang, Rincewind, when did you get such high passive perception? Did you take... You took skill expert. Okay. Rincewind, you definitely see it there, and fungi. Heck, and you guys, all three of you guys have very high passive perceptions. Dusky would also see it. Ahead looks like 3 shambling Quagoths, similar to those that you had seen before, but seem to be just kind of walking in a circle in this space here. I'd say you could see them from a good distance with y'all's dark vision.
No, I'm still dark vision less.
Yes.
Unless he still has no.
As you wouldn't see it at all.
Okay.
It is dark about. A little bit of light from some swirls on the ground nearby and swirls beside you, and a faint bit ahead. You can see that there are some larger mushrooms on either side of you as well.
Do we have room to give them wide berth?
It's about a 20 foot. Actually, it's actually a pretty wide part here. It's about 40 feet. They are wandering about in the center area.
Okay. I mean, I have a pretty good idea what these things can do if they get all mad, so I don't want to really disturb them, but if we can't go around, then
Move around the perimeter of the area and to get past them.
yeah.
Sneak.
You
I
guys
think
trying to
so.
sneak?
I mean, yeah,
Probably
but
should.
right. I don't know if not so much of a way that we're trying to like, I don't know, just like trying to avoid disturbing, basically.
Just like walking as far away from them as we can and have our hands up like this, like they
Yeah.
can't see us.
I'm just bringing you to this map to set the scene.
Yeah, he always says that.
I'm not. No, really though, because I like the colors. Look at the
know.
colors, okay? Look at the pretty colors. As ahead of you, you would see those Quagoths. shambling around. Aimlessly, almost. Just you know, also for our viewers at home that don't have to stare at my stupid stick figure drawing of a horrible map.
Oh, it's not stupid. We love it.
Well, yeah, but you know, give it some flavor. As yes, fungi. It is. This is the darkness that you see, and those of you at home watching can see so much better than our players can.
That's real messed up, fungi.
Well, it's only
Art.
you know.
Weller, I
Who's
will
holding my
say,
hand as we walk along?
I will say to, I guess Rincewind and or Dusk, because I hear them talking. If the plan is to go through them, I'm really in no shape after that Bubido fight. So
I would also say Rincewind in that patch of mold. You would notice a glint of some metal within it.
Mm. And how close is the patch of mold to the Quagoth?
A few feet from, like, it's all that's, I guess you can't really see it very well, but all this stuff up here.
Okay. I guess I'll kind of sneak around the edge, and as I approach the to where I'm close enough, I'll cast Mage Hand and see if I can dust away some of the mold to get a better idea of what I'm looking at.
Give me a give me a stealth check to sneak up without disturbing these Quagoths. 14, they don't notice you.
Excellent. And did you want a sleight of hand check?
Nah, you can pick it up. Roll me a D4.
Oops, I don't know why that
2d4.
rolled.
Okay. We're gonna take that 3. Or you tell me, do you want the 3 or the 4? I'll let you choose. I don't care.
The 3 came first. I'll go with the 3.
All right, roll me a D3. It's gonna be another roll after this. You're gonna love it.
It's RD3, right?
Yeah, R/R space D3, or you can roll a D6 and we'll half it.
Yeah, let's do that because I'm lousy at typing.
Fair enough. All right. You can see a pouch that is barely open, containing some shimmering sling stones as you kind of grab a hold of it as you wipe the mold off. Give me a Constitution save. As it ejects a cloud filling a 10-foot cube. Spores start sticking to everything around. What do? What does everyone else do? You see Rincewind sneak over, pull out this pouch, and wipe it off as just a cloud of spores fills the area all around him.
So how big is the cube? And did it go off when I picked it up with the mage hand, or did it go off with?
It went off when you touched it, when you brushed it off.
Oh, I don't know. What do? I got a 21 on my Constitution save. So do I cover my mouth and not inhale, or?
I would say at the moment you're covering your mouth, but what are you doing afterwards? As you just try to... It's part of it starting to stick to your body.
I don't know. Just I'm gonna wave everybody off so they stay away, and see if I can gently brush the spores off.
Okay. Sticking around. As the Quagos don't even seem to notice or care at the moment.
I mean, if there's a cloud, I'll try to exit it,
Okay.
obviously. But if there's not, then if they're already stuck to me, then I'll try to brush them off.
Exiting the cloud, I'll pretty much say like that's enough to where that you can exit it quickly, so that they don't stick to you as much as you were hoping. But you can see that cloud kind of settles to the ground rapidly and starts easing in to where you were standing, creating a new patch of yellow mold. Fun stuff, everyone. But yeah, you brush it off at this point, and inside, roll me a D. That's what we're doing. D10. The final roll. Well, that's pretty good. There are 10 shimmering sling stones made of strong metal.
Okay. I will kind of tie that pouch to my hip somehow so that I can reach him easy.
All right. I'll say with a keen eye, there is a powerful enchantment on these stones. They are +2 sling stones.
Cool.
Not that anyone uses a sling. Who uses a sling in 5th edition?
Nobody, but somebody might.
It's the only
be
ranged weapon
wonderful.
besides a hand crossbow that you can use one-handed. I appreciate that, Patchwork. Somebody uses a sling. I love them. They should bring them back.
Hey, if you got magic stone,
Yeah,
sling is the way to go.
that's true.
And I have a sling for one of my characters that I wear as a headband.
I mean, I do have my that does have magic stones, just that I don't have the sling.
Well, these are already magic. Yeah. Do you have this pouch? The Quagos don't seem to notice at the moment. They do stop walking, and they just stand there. Blank stares at nothingness. They're all staring at something different.
Okay.
Shall we attempt to sneak past them?
Wait,
I mean, this could be our strike as because the iron's hot moment. They're just staring there.
They're not bothering us. We just
I'm not. Yeah.
let on by.
I'm not really.
Can we
prepared
kind of
for another
weave
fight.
through, avoiding their line of where they're staring?
But I'm also not stealthy.
I would say it would be hard. You're going to at least pass through the vision of one of them.
Okay.
But it doesn't look like they're looking with their eyes. Like you could see one of them has like a blindfold on of this yellow mold.
Okay.
Just try to sneak past them.
Yeah. Maybe
I mean-
stick to one side.
Should we do something as like a distraction? Can somebody like fire something off over in kind of that corner? Do we think that it's audible? If they're not looking
I don't
with
know
their
what we
eyes or
want.
don't appear to be.
I
My only
can.
concern, like I said, is I'm not really sneaky. I don't want to give you guys up.
I'll let
I
Why don't-
can.
Fungi give me a Fungi and Dusk, give me a nature check. Well, not fungi. All right.
Dusk.
One of those
Let
nights.
me try and boost it a little bit. Let me give me a. I use knowledge from a past life. And roll a d6 to go along. Oh, for crying out loud!
Yep.
No.
Does a 7 do it for you?
No. Yep. Nope. Fungi's eyes roll in the back of his head for a moment as Fungi, you wake up and you're sitting down. Just a moment has passed and you lost time. You remembered a time when you were sleeping.
I mean, that would be a pretty big moment.
That's true. You remembered being knocked unconscious or something. I don't know.
I could make a sound and attract him elsewhere, but it could also backfire on us.
I don't want to try and throw more spells,
Yeah.
but I could cast the pass without
I
trace.
could throw a container of Alchemist's Fire.
Oh man, I don't want to piss those
With that-
things off. though.
Yeah, I was gonna say with that, I'm just spitballing here. If the fungus or mold or whatever is having an effect on them, and you throw fire, is that just going to burn it up? I would imagine it's pretty ignitable. Like, would that then take them out of whatever trance they appear to be in and piss them off and
Well,
back to square one?
I mean, I think we're overcomplicating this. I think we should just try to sneak past.
I agree.
Yeah, it was
Alright.
I mean, they're obviously in a trance. They're not looking for us actively. I think if we just kind of lay low and then and try to get past them, then all we have to do is run faster than what's your name again?
Rub and tug.
Rumpadam.
Yeah, we just have to run faster than
And
this
just slinks
Rumpadum,
back down to the ground like.
who sounds like he's built for comfort and not for speed.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right. If y'all want to try it, let's try it.
All right, let's go.
Dusk, just
Around.
keep an eye on me. Might need your help.
Everyone give me a stealth check then as you try to slink past them.
Oh no, what has happened?
Turby's gonna stay far behind. Fair enough. As I don't know what order you guys are going, and we'll say Rincewind kind of starts making it past unnoticed. Weller, as you're kind of clinking along, Chasmus, you stub your toe and instinctually kind of wince as all three of the Quagoths immediately turn towards you without a noise other than there's just this kind of like low yellow dust that spills out from them. And they start lumbering towards the two of you guys, but the rest of you guys are kind of in line there. We're gonna roll initiative.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
we had to try.
You had to try.
Freaking darn it.
Not one. For oh, God.
But I will say, as we roll initiative for this combat,
Thankfully.
that will be a good spot to end tonight. As Rincewind finally rolls above a 20 with his initiative that he rolls at advantage. A lot of you guys rolled really well, except for Casmus.
I was gonna say, Richmond, we actually rolled pretty well.
All of you guys. Maybe you could just run. But yeah, we will end there tonight, folks. So thanks for watching. And yeah, we'll pick up there next week. So we'll see you next time, guys.
All right.
Thanks, Patch.
Thanks.
Night or not.
Good night.
Night, everybody.
Right.